Artificial intelligence is becoming one of the most transformative technologies in modern healthcare. Over the past decade, advances in machine learning, deep learning, and data infrastructure have enabled healthcare systems to analyze vast amounts of medical data in ways that were previously impossible. Hospitals, research institutions, pharmaceutical companies, and medical technology firms are increasingly integrating AI into clinical workflows, research pipelines, and patient care systems. The result is a gradual but profound shift in how diseases are detected, diagnosed, treated, and even prevented. To understand the role of AI in healthcare, it is important to recognize the nature of medical data. Healthcare generates enormous quantities of information every day. Medical imaging such as X-rays, CT scans, and MRI scans produces high-resolution visual data. Electronic health records contain structured information about diagnoses, medications, laboratory results, and procedures. Physicians also create unstructured text in clinical notes. In addition, wearable devices generate continuous streams of physiological data such as heart rate, sleep patterns, and activity levels. Human clinicians are highly trained and experienced, but the volume and complexity of modern medical data can make it difficult to extract every possible insight. Artificial intelligence systems are particularly effective at analyzing large datasets and detecting patterns that might not be immediately visible to human experts. By learning from historical medical data, AI models can identify correlations, predict outcomes, and assist clinicians in making more informed decisions. One of the most mature and widely deployed applications of AI in healthcare is medical imaging analysis. Radiology is a field that relies heavily on interpreting images to detect abnormalities. Traditionally, radiologists carefully examine scans to identify signs of disease such as tumors, fractures, infections, or internal bleeding. While radiologists are extremely skilled, the process is time-consuming and requires sustained concentration, especially in large hospitals where thousands of scans must be reviewed each day. Deep learning models, particularly convolutional neural networks, have demonstrated remarkable capability in image recognition tasks. These models can be trained on large datasets of labeled medical images where experts have annotated regions containing abnormalities. Over time, the model learns to detect visual patterns associated with specific conditions. For example, AI systems can analyze chest X-rays to identify signs of pneumonia, lung nodules, or other pulmonary diseases. In mammography screening, AI can help detect early signs of breast cancer by highlighting suspicious regions that may require further examination. Similar approaches are being used to analyze brain scans for early indicators of stroke or neurological disorders. The goal of AI in medical imaging is not to replace radiologists but to augment their capabilities. AI systems can act as a second pair of eyes, flagging potential abnormalities and prioritizing urgent cases. This can reduce diagnostic errors, speed up the review process, and allow specialists to focus on the most critical cases. Another major area where AI is reshaping healthcare is disease prediction and early detection. Many serious diseases develop gradually over time, often producing subtle changes in medical data long before symptoms appear. Machine learning models can analyze historical patient records to identify risk factors and predict the likelihood of future health events. For example, AI systems can analyze patient histories, laboratory results, and demographic data to estimate the risk of developing conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, or kidney failure. Early prediction enables preventive interventions that may delay or even prevent disease progression. Predictive models are also being used in hospital environments to identify patients at risk of complications. In intensive care units, AI systems monitor physiological signals such as heart rate, blood pressure, oxygen saturation, and respiratory patterns. By analyzing trends in these signals, models can detect early warning signs of conditions such as sepsis, a life-threatening response to infection. Early detection can significantly improve survival rates by enabling clinicians to initiate treatment sooner. Artificial intelligence is also playing a transformative role in drug discovery. Developing a new pharmaceutical drug is traditionally a long and expensive process that can take more than a decade and cost billions of dollars. Researchers must identify biological targets, design potential compounds, test them in laboratory experiments, conduct clinical trials, and ensure safety and efficacy. Machine learning models can accelerate several stages of this process. AI can analyze biological data such as genomic sequences, protein structures, and molecular interactions to identify potential drug targets. Once a target is identified, generative models can design new molecular structures that may interact with the target effectively. Deep learning systems are also used to predict the properties of chemical compounds, such as toxicity, stability, and binding affinity. This allows researchers to evaluate thousands or even millions of potential molecules computationally before conducting expensive laboratory experiments. By narrowing down the most promising candidates, AI can significantly reduce the time and cost required to develop new drugs. During the COVID-19 pandemic, AI technologies were used to analyze viral protein structures and identify potential therapeutic compounds. While traditional research methods remain essential, AI is increasingly becoming a powerful tool for accelerating biomedical innovation. Another important application of AI in healthcare is personalized medicine. Traditional medical treatments are often designed for the average patient, but individuals can respond differently to the same therapy due to genetic differences, lifestyle factors, and underlying health conditions. Personalized medicine aims to tailor treatments to the unique characteristics of each patient. Artificial intelligence enables this approach by analyzing large datasets that combine clinical records, genetic information, imaging data, and environmental factors. Machine learning models can identify patterns that indicate which treatments are most likely to be effective for specific patient groups. For example, in oncology, AI systems can analyze tumor genetics and medical histories to help oncologists choose the most appropriate treatment strategies. Some cancers respond better to targeted therapies that attack specific molecular pathways. AI can help identify these pathways by analyzing genomic data and comparing it with outcomes from previous patients. Similarly, AI-driven decision systems can assist physicians in selecting optimal medication dosages or predicting potential adverse reactions. By integrating data from many sources, these systems help clinicians make decisions that are more tailored to individual patients. Clinical decision support systems represent another critical area where AI is improving healthcare outcomes. Physicians must often make complex decisions under time pressure while considering a vast amount of medical information. Clinical decision support systems use AI algorithms to analyze patient data and provide evidence-based recommendations. For example, when a doctor enters patient information into an electronic health record system, an AI-powered decision support tool might alert the physician to potential drug interactions or suggest diagnostic tests based on the patient's symptoms and medical history. These systems can also recommend treatment guidelines based on the latest medical research. One important benefit of AI-driven decision support is the ability to integrate knowledge from millions of clinical cases and scientific studies. While individual physicians may only encounter a limited number of cases during their careers, AI systems can learn from massive datasets collected across healthcare systems worldwide. In addition to assisting clinicians, AI technologies are also improving operational efficiency within healthcare organizations. Hospitals face constant pressure to manage resources effectively while maintaining high standards of patient care. Machine learning models can analyze patient flow data to predict hospital admissions, optimize staff scheduling, and manage bed availability. For example, predictive models can estimate the number of patients likely to visit emergency departments during specific time periods. This allows hospitals to allocate staff and equipment more effectively, reducing waiting times and improving patient experiences. AI is also being used to automate administrative tasks such as medical documentation and billing processes. Natural language processing systems can analyze clinical conversations and automatically generate structured medical records, reducing the documentation burden on physicians and allowing them to spend more time with patients. Despite these benefits, the integration of AI into healthcare also presents important challenges. One major issue is data quality and availability. Machine learning models require large, well-labeled datasets to achieve high accuracy. However, medical data is often fragmented across different healthcare systems and stored in incompatible formats. Ensuring that data can be shared securely while protecting patient privacy is a complex challenge. Another concern is algorithmic bias. If training data does not represent diverse populations adequately, AI systems may produce inaccurate predictions for certain groups of patients. Researchers and developers must carefully evaluate models to ensure fairness and reliability across different demographics. Transparency and explainability are also critical issues in medical AI. Many advanced models, especially deep neural networks, operate as complex mathematical systems that can be difficult to interpret. In healthcare settings, clinicians must understand the reasoning behind AI recommendations in order to trust and validate them. Regulatory frameworks are evolving to address these challenges. Medical AI systems often require approval from regulatory agencies before they can be used in clinical practice. These agencies evaluate the safety, accuracy, and reliability of AI technologies to ensure that they meet appropriate medical standards. Ethical considerations also play a central role in the development of healthcare AI. Decisions about diagnosis and treatment can have life-changing consequences. Therefore, AI systems must be designed to support clinicians rather than replace human judgment. The responsibility for patient care ultimately remains with healthcare professionals. Looking toward the future, artificial intelligence is expected to play an even greater role in healthcare systems around the world. Advances in machine learning, computational biology, and data infrastructure will continue to expand the capabilities of medical AI. New technologies such as wearable health sensors, remote monitoring devices, and digital health platforms will generate even more data that can be analyzed to improve patient outcomes. AI-powered systems may eventually help physicians detect diseases at much earlier stages, recommend highly personalized treatment strategies, and accelerate the discovery of new therapies. At the same time, ongoing collaboration between technologists, medical professionals, and policymakers will be essential to ensure that these technologies are implemented safely, ethically, and responsibly. In many ways, the integration of artificial intelligence into healthcare represents a shift from reactive medicine toward proactive and predictive care. Instead of treating diseases only after symptoms appear, healthcare systems may increasingly focus on early detection, prevention, and individualized treatment strategies. The combination of human medical expertise and advanced AI systems has the potential to improve diagnostic accuracy, reduce healthcare costs, accelerate scientific discovery, and ultimately enhance the quality of life for millions of patients around the world.
If you find this video exciting, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you in the next AI for Beginners educational video.